And it's good afternoon and welcome. Senior Mash, talking rugby union, and this week it's all about the try machine. And just for full disclosure, this is my logo on Substack. We'll talk logos a little bit later, but this was generated by AI, having had a briefing from myself. So remember, if you enjoy what you're hearing, enjoy what you're seeing, please subscribe, like, give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate your support, and I personally can't thank you enough for your encouragement, both in terms of what I'm doing on rugby and the local history of sport up in Lancashire. So I'm on week 13. So what have I seen this week? For me, the rugby on TV this weekend was about Andy Farrell and Joe Schmidt. The appetizer for 2025 in Australia, in my opinion. Congratulations to both coaches, who I really have huge respect for. And you can see Joe Schmidt's style of rugby planted all over the new Australian team. And boy, did he know where there were some weaknesses in the Irish setup. Be interesting with the British Lions and Irish Lions team to understand how Schmidt unpicks their tactics. Can't wait for 2025. And rugby on social media, dear, oh dear, oh dear. England Rugby, RFU, come on guys. Wake up, read the room, what's going on? Oh, a National League Rugby quiet weekend. Big thanks to Chris Heel down at Talking Rugby Union. And also, well done, Chris. Some fabulous new journalists appearing on the Talking Rugby Union platform. And keep encouraging those new journalists and give them the opportunity to showcase what they can do. It really is important. Get on to Talking Rugby Union. Have a look at those new sports journalists who are giving some excellent content to you guys. Support it, like it. It's important for their future careers. And I got into my archive photos of rugby this week. I looked at the Tigers versus the Penguins, the Tigers and the Penguins. I looked back on a tour to France of England age grade and heading to Slovenia to witness a Guinness Book of World Records in rugby. Well, there we are. And that's Andy Farrell's son, Owen, age 16, with a few of the Hutton Grammar School under-16s rugby team. And there, Henry Thomas leading the pack over in France. And I reflected on my university days, and it's interesting that in 2013 I was in Melbourne and I was leaving the stadium after the British Lions game, and I bumped into a guy I'd not seen from university for 20 odd years, Mike Brown. Mike, thanks for reconnecting, and great to see you. Always in pictures at the Dubai Sevens, and you certainly know how to find a superstar. And on the right, I think this is 1982, Bradford University First 15. You won't see me on there, but you'll see two really great friends of mine, Jeff Fitzgerald and Nigel Sutcliffe. Big shout out to those guys. And if you recognise any of them, please do let me know. And 2014, I found myself in Ljubljana, and I saw 5 brothers Scarfitch represent their country in a game. What a fabulous experience. And many members of their Slovenian family were there to see the game. Great memories. And here's 2 guys that really have inspired me to talk about rugby union. Chris Heel and Joe Harvey. Chris continues to be the man at the centre of all things national League Rugby. And Joe really has taken the baton in terms of freelance writing on rugby and a little bit about coffee, but two excellent rugby journalists. Give them your support, look them up on Twitter, give them a thumbs up. And here's one that I get huge personal pride in. This is my son Max. You can see Johnny Matthews in the background playing for the Penguins, a invitational team. I think they were they in the Philippines or were they in Thailand? I can't actually remember. And this one, Max playing Sedgley Park, and there's my dad. And what is so lovely about this is Dad was getting to a point in his life where he was becoming forgetful. And this picture is quite strange in many respects. It shows my dad in his slippers on a cold, wet Saturday afternoon at Preston Grasshoppers. But it's a photograph that I love and represents so many memories of rugby for me. So thanks, Penguins, for allowing me to see photographs like the one on the left, and thanks to Sedgley Park Tigers for making Max's rugby career so special. And it's not just my son Max. A couple of my nephews have also gotten out there and helped find out more about rugby union. There's Jack Nixon and Frank Nixon, and you can see them with Christian Wade. You can see them with, well, who else is there but representing Talking Rugby Union. Thanks for all your help, guys. Well done, Jack. Well done, Frank. So, my thoughts, reflections, memories this week. Come on, England. Stop shooting yourself in the foot. If you're going to give the guy a pay rise, fine. If you're going to give him a bonus, fine. But, prepare for the backlash. Come on, you knew it was coming. And as I've just mentioned, Chris Hill continues to find fantastic new journalists for Talking Rugby Union. They are worthy of your support. And, of course, Steve Diamond does it alongside the Newcastle Falcons against Saracens. Well done to all those up there in the northeast. Irish rugby, as I said last week, I really find what the Irish women's team have achieved so very special. And let's not forget the Irish men's team. And big shout out Cian Healy. And as I mentioned before, I can use AI for my logo design, but come on, Six Nations? You serious? So on to the results. What did TRU see this week? Well, Ireland, Australia, close game, good win for Ireland. Well thought out in the end, I thought. And McCarthy's try at the end, did it well. Newcastle getting a win over Saracens. I think that's their second league win this season. They're off the bottom of the Premiership, leaving Exeter in trouble. Lots of homegrown talent up there in the northeast. Glasgow versus the Scarlets. Well, we'll come on to the try machine that is Johnny Matthews. You've already had a couple of sneak previews so far. Fylde going down against Leeds. It was always going to be close for me. Fylde continue to really promote National League Rugby in a very clever way, and some of the photography, some of the dinners that they host, really good. So keep an eye out for Fylde. And elsewhere in National League Rugby, Cinderford v Camborne caught my eye and found Cinderford's social media this weekend to be really helpful, really informative. So well done, guys, and good win. The try machine that is Johnny Matthews. Well, Glasgow Warriors know it's him. He's on fire. And also getting the BKT player of the match. Well done, Johnny. Great. You are a superstar and a try machine. And I continue to follow your rugby with a real place in my heart. So thanks, Johnny. This one I really enjoyed this. This is Pontypridd. And just have a look where they're watching the game from. Really good, really good. So well done, those folk that put that photograph together. Well, my pick for Lucid for the Lions was Joe Marler, and he's retired. Well, Joe, enjoy your retirement. You really have developed into one of the top scrummagers, and some of your contributions in and around the game of rugby have been just wonderful. Look forward to maybe seeing more of your insight and more of your humour. Best of luck with the retirement. And just picking up on these Facebook posts about rugby grounds, and here we see Burntwood and Sutton Coldfield in the counties 1 Midland West brackets North close bracket. So there's plenty of rugby out there for you to go and watch. I encourage you to watch it. If you're taking part in this, please do subscribe, like, put a comment, give us a thumbs up. We really, really appreciate that. And well done, Falcons. I really have been so pleased with what I've seen you trying to achieve in the north of England. You and Sale have an important role in rugby in the UK. Keep it going, please. And Steve Diamond, I think you probably handle the 6 points, but do get on to those words for blade and races. And I found this interesting in two ways. This was a tweet that I saw that really just emphasises that rugby union in Australia still has a way to go, and most Australians have a little idea of the scale of the Wallabies brand abroad. Game and early sellout in Dublin with a scramble for scalpers. The return of Schmidt, 150 years of Irish rugby and Wallabies specifically chosen as the opponents for that game. Really important tweet. So I don't know Jonathan, but Jonathan Drennan, great tweet. Thank you for sharing that with us. And following Loughborough women's rugby, both in the books and in the Premier League. Well done. Keep it going. It's important that Loughborough field teams in both competitions. And oh dear, £58,000 pay rise and a $358,000 bonus. Work that one out, because I can't, says Owen Slot at the Times. I put it down twice. I was that shocked, and the inability of the RFU to handle the backlash was very, very poor in my opinion. And then Mark Smith shares an office with Steve Diamond. I can't be the only person who sees this and thinks M6 northbound. Mark, I'm with you. I am with you. And I do agree, T-Bay Services, top place, really top place. And somebody else that just talks about the poor graphics. Sit happens, apparently. That's not good, I don't think, Guinness. I'm surprised that the branding team at Guinness have gone with that. Let's see how it goes in February and March. And congratulations, Cian Healy. Amazing. Congratulations on everything you've done, the number of appearances, and being there for that 150th. And as I mentioned earlier, Cinderford socials this week, really good. And, you know, it's important that we call out people with 100, 150, 200 appearances in National League Rugby. It makes a difference. And good to see another sports journalist contributing on Twitter. And that's what we want to see. We want to see sports journalists at grounds sharing what is a great, great game. And as ever, thanks to Talking Rugby Union, National League Rugby. You can follow them as always. Do like them. Do follow them. Do give them your comments. They're passionate about our game and they really have made a difference, in my opinion, over the past 12 years. Well done, Max. Well done, Chris. Well done, Max. And every contributor. You're doing an amazing job of making Talking Rugby Union a truly independent rugby union portal that's free to air, no paywalls. Go on, click on it, you'll enjoy it. Until next time, thanks all.